Hello everyone, my name is Ipopris, and today we will be looking at level 993.1, Cloud 9. Last video, at the end, I had taken a look at this video. Not this video. No, this video didn't exist. I had taken a look at this level, and it looked very nice to me. Now, I'm sure you can see what I mean by weird core imagery, as the first image is on the screen right now. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot to say, so we're just gonna get right into it. Level 993.1, Cloud 9. Survivability Index, Class 2. Exit 3 out of 5. Difficult to exit. Environment 2 out of 5. Some environmental risk. Entities 0 out of 5. No hostile presence. Description. Level 993.1, commonly known and referred to as Cloud 9, will appear as an average house upon entry of the level, though one will come to realize that this structure is suspended in the sky by unknown means. This level has many strange properties and very noticeable similarities to level 993, as every area in the level heavily represents the sky in one way or another. Upon further investigation of this level, researchers say that the level is likely infinite. However, there are still multiple parts of the level that remain unexplored to this day, making this undetermined. Going further into the first section of the level will inevitably cause one to find stranger areas, often shifting into random or unrecognizable structures that heavily differ from the initial area encountered upon entry, and some that do not even exist in the front rooms. Going any further will reveal the properties of the level undergoing drastic changes. One of the most strange and dangerous properties of the level is the highly unstable geometry, which enables rooms and areas to switch and take place somewhere else. Rather than simply teleporting, two rooms of the same shape will detach themselves and float to the place of their counterpart, taking place in the location their counterpart switched from. This can potentially be fatal, as the process will not stop if someone or something gets in the way, meaning that if a person or thing happens to be blocking the path the structure has to follow to replace the corresponding structure, it will simply keep going and crush anyone attempting to block it. Supplies are somewhat common in level 993.1, though they are often found in random and unpredictable locations, commonly knocked over on the floor. These supplies often manifest as food and drinks from level 993, such as cloud milk, although there have been reports of miscellaneous sky-space food and drink concepts which were rejected according to an investigation in level 993. These items can vary, though the most common ones often have generic brand names such as Sunny Day Chips. Rejected items from 993 will become extremely common in level 993.1. As one goes on, therefore, some speculate that the items may have been sent to this mysterious sublevel to rot and somehow managed to multiply by unknown means. See concept theory. Oftentimes, the cloud milk or other liquids found in this level are spilt, implying that they may have randomly no-clipped into this level from level 993. Other common supplies, such as almond water, are extremely rare. Fortunately, there have been no reports of liquid pain or any other life-threatening or harmful objects. Theories. concept theory. Some speculate that the level is entirely the result of rejected skyspace concepts that managed to shift into this level. The theory is supported by the trash bins found in the offices of level 993, which some have reported mysteriously leading to this level. Although there have been unexplained reports of unfinished item concepts that have not even been created or attempted yet appearing in the level, which may imply this level is also constructed of unfinished ideas, or ideas that are a work in progress. To this day, the concept theory is the most popular one, out of bounds theory. Others believe that this level exists beyond the sky of level 993. One claims to have managed to jump out of one of level 993's windows and onto a strange cloud that was somehow physically able to carry them to level 993.1, where they landed in the house. While this theory may be supported by the first photo taken of the level, it is undetermined who took the photo and how the cloud got there. This theory is very controversial and rarely brought up among wanderers. Entities. No entities have been spotted on this level. However, there is proof of supposed entities that may have formerly existed on the level. Proof of this includes small bite marks on some cloud milk cartons and bags of Sunny Day chips being chewed open, and half the contents of the bag are being gone. The size of the bite marks are remarkably small, which may imply the entities that used to inhabit the level are non-hostile. Unfortunately, no other traces of any entity type has been found in this level. Colonies and outposts. Due to the strange and unpredictable geometry of the level, no attempts of making colonies or outposts has yet been attempted. Environmental dangers. While it has been said before that 2 rooms may detach and switch places, which is considered the most dangerous aspect of the level due to the varying speed of which it happens, there are multiple other hazards that one may want to avoid, such as shifting hallways, occasional wet floors, and falling ceiling tiles. There are also no railings in the outside areas of this level, or the areas that expose one to the sky. Therefore, falling off the level is potentially fatal, as there is no confirmation what lies below, though many believe it will still lead to one falling to their death in the front rooms. Discovery. The first reported sighting of this level was during an individual exploration of level 993. The wanderer in question claims to have come across a door which had a cloud engraved into it. They said to have found this level upon opening the door. After sharing their findings, they lived there for about 2 weeks before tragically dying, after being decapitated while 2 structures were undergoing the process of switching places. Entrances and exits. Entrances. As mentioned earlier, one can enter this level by opening a door with a cloud engraved into it on level 993, or other levels that are class 3 or below according to other witnesses. No clip into a trash can in level 993. Exits. No clipping into a cloud will take one back to level 993. However, this is extremely risky as the clouds must be in the sky. If one heads far enough in this level and no clips, it is possible and very likely to enter the broken. No clipping is feasible, however, it is difficult and leads to a completely random level. And that was level 993.1. I like this one. It was very easy for me to read. I also noticed that the image I had up was not entirely zoomed out, so it was hard to see all of it. Or actually, rather impossible to see all of it. I do enjoy the images, but I apologize I didn't notice that this one was pretty zoomed in. I was just very locked in. The Broken is an interesting sounding level, but it sounds like something that I would have read before. Oh, I get a warning saying this document is partially corrupt. Oh, okay. The Broken is a pretty... There's actually a video, or a GIF, of what looks like a city with pyramids. Honestly, it looks AI generated. I don't know when this was written. I wish I could see when, so I could know for sure if it was AI generated or not. But yes, I quite enjoyed the reading, even though it was, I made a couple of mistakes, but most of the time when some wording sounds off, it will either be a fault of my own during reading, or it's just written that way. So and normally I would tell you when I make a mistake, but I feel that disrupts the flow of the video. But that's a piece of feedback I feel you guys will have to give. But I do enjoy the theories. Concept theory in particular is a very fun one to speculate on. It's a fun sounding theory. It sounds akin to someone who's trying to theorize the basis of reality. And honestly, I really like that. I'll be reading the captions for these images as well. The first image's caption is depiction of how level 993.1 looks as one first enters. The second image is level 993.1 as one goes further in. And wait a minute. No, I'm just being dumb. The third image is how level 993 changes as one goes far enough. And the fourth, finally, and this one is how level 993 appears when one wanders too far. Exits will become much more rare and the level will no longer change upon reaching this stage. Which is interesting. I hadn't read that part before. But the part that it stops changing after a certain point, and that it becomes harder to exit. It's almost like the level itself is punishing you with less phenomena. But there's also an audio attached, but I didn't play it because I didn't feel it necessary. If you want to listen yourself, it gives you a reason to go to this website. I also realized last video I mentioned leaving a link to the page in the description, which I didn't do, and I apologize. I must have just forgotten. I am a very forgetful person, if it wasn't already obvious. But I have been Hypopris. And if you enjoyed this video, then, maybe leave a comment telling me, maybe what parts I could work on, and I'll try to get better at it. I'm just learning, and I'm getting better with every word I read out loud, so. Also, if you have any ideas for anything you want me to read, be it backrooms related or not, please, by all means, leave it in the comments. Also, if you would like to be aware of whenever I post a video, because you're just obsessed with my voice for some reason, then subscribing might be for you. You turn on notifications by clicking the bell. You can... I think there's 3 options. I don't usually use it, if I'm honest. But, yeah. I don't know why I act like I've been told multiple times I have a very nice voice. I don't know. I guess it's just something about listening to myself read out something. But... until next time, I will see you.